Taylor Swift, the undisputed queen of pop storytelling, has a knack for turning personal milestones into cultural phenomena, and her latest revelation is no exception. After wrapping up one of the most electrifying tours in music history, the 35-year-old sensation has pulled back the curtain on a project that's set to immortalize those whirlwind years in ways fans never saw coming. What started as whispers of a simple follow-up film has ballooned into something far more ambitious. A sprawling 6-episode docuseries titled The End of an Era, paired with a full concert capture of her tour's grand finale. It's Swift at her most reflective, inviting Swifties into the intimate chaos of creation, heartbreak, and triumph that defined her era's tour, a 2-year odyssey that redefined live music. The announcement dropped like a surprise album track, catching even the most diehard followers off guard with its depth. Swift, ever the master curator, chose a platform close to her heart for the big reveal, sharing a tantalizing teaser that glimpses behind-the-scenes magic and on-stage euphoria. Her caption read like a poetic epilogue, "It was the end of an era and we knew it. We wanted to remember every moment leading up to the culmination of the most important and intense chapter of our lives, so we allowed filmmakers to capture this tour and all the stories woven throughout it as it wound down, and to film the final show in its entirety." There's a bittersweet poetry here, acknowledging the tour's closure while celebrating its legacy. For Swift, whose career is a tapestry of reinvention, this isn't just documentation. It's catharsis, a way to bottle lightning and share it with the world. At its heart, the project splits into 2 tantalizing releases. First up is the Eras Tour, the final show, a complete recording of the tour's climactic performance, spotlighting the full Tortured Poets department set, a fan-favorite expansion that layered her latest album's raw vulnerability atop the tour's glittering retrospective. Imagine the stadium pulsing with energy as Swift pours her soul into tracks like those from her poetic Heartbreak collection. The crowds roar a symphony of shared catharsis. Dropping alongside the first 2 episodes of the docuseries, this concert film serves as an emotional anchor, transporting viewers back to those electric nights where eras collided in confetti and choreography. But the real game-changer is the docuseries itself, a 6-part deep dive into the tour's underbelly. Titled The End of an Era, it promises unfiltered access to the stories woven throughout the journey, from sleepless nights tweaking setlists to the quiet victories of connecting with fans across continents. Swift's voiceover in the teaser hints at the intensity, moments of doubt amid sold-out spectacles, the logistical wizardry of staging a show that spans her entire discography, and the personal growth forged in the fire of non-stop performance. Filmmakers shadowed the crew, capturing raw footage of rehearsals where dancers fine-tune illusions, costume changes that transformed Swift from folkloric dreamer to 1989 pop icon in seconds, and those offstage heart-to-hearts that humanize the myth. What makes this expansion so thrilling is its departure from the standard tour doc mold. While the original 2023 Eras Tour film was a polished spectacle, 3 hours of hits and high production, the sequel leans into narrative sprawl. Each episode could unpack a different era, mirroring the tour's structure. One delving into the fearless innocence that launched her superstardom, another exploring Red's turbulent breakups through archival clips and fresh confessions. Fans speculate on guest appearances, perhaps a cameo from collaborators like Post Malone or the Haim sisters, adding layers of surprise. And let's not overlook the meta element. Swift, known for her Easter eggs, has likely embedded clues throughout, rewarding eagle-eyed viewers with nods to future projects or personal lore. This endeavor feels like Swift's love letter to her community, the Swifties who've tattooed lyrics on their arms and traveled oceans for a glimpse. The tour wasn't just concerts, it was a cultural reset, grossing over $1 billion while sparking conversations on feminism, mental health, and artistic ownership. By greenlighting this behind-the-scenes saga, Swift ensures its echoes endure, turning ephemeral live moments into a bingeable archive. "We allowed filmmakers to capture this tour, as it wound down," she wrote, evoking a sense of communal mourning and celebration. It's therapeutic, too, for an artist who's chronicled her life in song. Visual storytelling offers new textures, perhaps even healing old wounds aired in Tortured Poets. Logistically, the rollout is a stroke of genius, hitting streaming on a major platform just before the holidays, priming fans for cozy viewing marathons. The December timing aligns with Swift's history of end-of-year gifts, from Evermore to re-recordings that keep her catalog evolving. Pairing the finale concert with the opener episodes creates a hybrid experience. Watch the show for the adrenaline rush, then pivot to the doc for context, like seeing a film's making of right after the credits. It's immersive, blurring lines between performer and audience, and could inspire a wave of artist-led content, proving tours are narratives as much as events. Reflecting on the tour's genesis, Swift's announcement underscores her evolution from country ingenue to global auteur. Launched in 2023 amid re-recording battles and pandemic isolation, the Eras Tour was her reclamation, a 44-song marathon celebrating 17 years of output. It shattered records from attendance to revenue, but beneath the spectacle lay vulnerability, Swift navigating fame's pressures while baring her soul nightly. The Docuseries then becomes a companion piece, dissecting how she balanced spectacle with sincerity. Expect explorations of fan interactions, those viral signs and friendship bracelets that became lore, or the creative pivots like integrating tortured poets mid-tour, a feat of adaptability. For newcomers, this project is an entry point to Swift's universe, condensing her eras into digestible chapters. Veterans will relish the granularity, and used footage from acoustic sets, interviews with tour director Whaley Hong on staging illusions like the floating platforms, or sound engineer insights into amplifying anthems for 80,000 voices. It's a treasure trove, potentially including B-roll of Swift's off-tour rituals, journaling lyrics in hotel rooms or FaceTiming friends amid jet lag, to ground the glamour in grit. Ultimately, the end of an era cements Swift's legacy as a chronicler of her time. By sharing the most important and intense chapter, she invites us to witness not just the star, but the steward of stories weaving through heartbreak, hustle, and harmony. As the teaser fades on her silhouette against a sea of lights, one thing's clear: eras may end, but Taylor Swift's ability to capture them endures, turning goodbyes into gateways for what's next.